KPMG hit with U.S. penalties for exam cheating. So the PCAOB slapped KPMG with a record $25 million fine for exam cheating that occurred over a 5-year period. You know, this kind of makes me wonder, KPMG and the other big four firms are constantly getting fined for dumb shit like this, and of course worse things that amount to fraud. They must have a reserve on their balance sheet for expected fines or something. Like, they have to have insurance for these things, right? I'm just imagining some KPMG nerd walking into, I don't know, like AIG or something. It's like, hey, man, can I get a policy for, man, some of our people might cheat on exams, and we might get fined. Could be up to like 25 million. And the insurance agent is like, hell yeah, we could do that. Deloitte came to us last week with the exact same question. No problem. Anyway, these exams were internal trainings that employees had to take to get their CPE or continuing professional education credits to maintain their CPA license. Even the audit boss, Mark Hogaboom, we're going to go with that, was caught cheating. That is hilarious. Other higher-ups at KPMG knew about the widespread fuckery and even Mark's involvement for a while, but never said anything. Well, these are the people we trust to protect our financial markets. Yeah. Awesome. This story comes from Down Under. Man, I thought the Aussies were cool, but I guess they can be frauds too. Whatever. So PwC's Australian affiliate had a bit of a tax scandal a couple months ago. Basically comes down to this. A really important tax nerd at PwC, Peter Collins, was consulting with OECD governments on international reforms to curb tax avoidance schemes. He gave his PwC colleagues this confidential insider information, and hey, look at that. They took advantage of it commercially. Wow, big surprise. The firm ended up making $2.5 million in revenue as they advised 14 U.S. companies on how to navigate these new tax laws. And you know, this article talks about loss of trust from clients and even the broader public. But I mean, this shit has been going on for a long time. How much trust was even left? This type of thing is going to continue when you have firms that are advising governments on tax policy or any policy, and also private clients that can benefit from that insider information. They're going to play both sides. I don't think the clients really give a shit about trust as long as they're making money from it, right? And PwC did all the things you're supposed to after a scandal like this. They fired some top people, committed to being more transparent. But will this change anything? I'll let you figure that one out. Okay, this is a big one. PwC China was fined $138 million for its role in the Evergrande accounting scandal. Evergrande was China's largest real estate company and inflated their revenues by $78 billion in 2019 and 2020. The impact of Evergrande's collapse was massive and is the main reason China's real estate market is totally fucked. One thing I find really sad, though, is that a lot of people bought property or put down deposits before Evergrande started building those properties. So they're pretty much SOL. Well, there was a firm that was kind of paid a lot of money by Evergrande to verify the information on their financial statements. I guess they forgot they're supposed to test revenue in their audit because $78 billion is kind of a big number. To be sure, Evergrande deserves most of the blame for their fraudulent behavior. But as I've said before in other videos, the auditors exist for this very reason. They're supposed to catch fraud so that investors and creditors can have confidence in financial markets. So if one of the most prestigious accounting firms in the world is slacking this hard or committing fraud, who knows, and putting entire economies at risk of collapse, why do they even exist? All right, guys and gals, I hope I shook your faith in the Big Four just a little bit. So think twice if you're planning on working for them. Please, for the love of God.